LP.
What up, world? It's your boy Chuck with Ill, aka Charles Brown, back again with another review. But first, are you good? Good. All right, man. First thing I want to say, RIP to Pop Smoke. We got to stop killing each other. These rappers got to stop dying, bro. We got to figure something out because this ain't working. All right? Rest in peace to that man. And one thing I noticed, they're not really saying this man's real name. We got to start humanizing people and just say the man's real name, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just say his real name. So, first things first, I ain't done a review in a minute. So this time, I got a lot to talk about. Your boy Eminem dropped a new joint. It ain't new no more. This probably came out. It probably came out in December sometime. I think this is at least a month, 2 months old. No, I know it came out in 2020. It came out in 2020, but it's February right now, so I know I'm at least a month late on this. But I had it in the chamber. I've been listening to it off and for the past 2 weeks. I want to say week and a half, 2 weeks. I have a lot to say about Eminem and the events in the culture surrounding Eminem right now, as it stands right now with the white versus black, guest in the house of hip hop, Lord JAMAR, all this good stuff like that there. Eminem, music to be murdered by. I don't know what number album this is, but it's a lot. This probably is 11th, 12th, something like that. I can't even keep up no more. He dropped Kamikaze right before this, which I thought was dope. Right before that, he dropped Revival, which was absolute trash to me and a lot of other people. And them know it's trash, but it is what it is. But now we got music to be murdered by. Yet another surprise LP no one saw coming except for him and 50 Cent and probably Royce. Eminem has been responding, or for lack of a better word, bantering back and forth with Lord JAMAR for at least 5 years over this guest in the house of hip hop, right? I want to say something about this guest in the house of hip hop shit. First of all, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, bro. Like, if a nigga in your house, he in your fucking house. Let's just start there. If he in your house, he in your house. If he in your house for 20 years, that nigga lived there. All right? Let me just say that for all the niggas in the back that's fucked up. If he's in your house for 20 years, the nigga lived there now. All right? So we can stop the bickering, the back and forth of who a guest, who ain't a guest, who got more rights to the shit, who don't. The nigga live in your house for 20 fucking years and you admit he lived there. That nigga lives there. He earned that. Right? So this is where we are with this. Eminem spends way too much time, which is entertaining, but he spends way too much time trying to debate subliminally and not so subliminally through lyrics his relevancy or right to exist in the house of hip hop. I've said it many times, it's a lot of white people that have advanced the culture of hip hop. And this is the problem. So when a dude don't like Eminem, when a black dude don't like Eminem, as it starts to devolve into why you don't like him, sooner or later, he's going to bring in his skin color. It is a fucking fact. If you don't like somebody else that's black, you're just going to say, well, oh man, he whack. I don't like how he spit or his beat. He picked the wrong beat. With Eminem, it's going to be, sooner or later, it's going to get down to he's white. Now, there ain't that many dope white MCs. That is a fact. I'm going to give you that. But out of all them dudes, this dude, probably the best one ever. Right? Arguably. Some of you going to say Evidence. Some of you going to say MC Search. Some of you going to say Pete Nice. Some of you going to say, some of you might even say Vanilla Ice for all I know. I don't know what you're going to say. But at the end of the day, what measuring stick are we measuring? Is it sales? Is it longevity? Is it quality of music? Is it rhyme structure? Is it cadence? Is it the amount of music put out? What are we measuring? Because this guy got all this stuff by a long shot. You understand what I'm saying? If Eminem did his career like Jay, and half the dudes that said something he never even replied to, he probably would be in the great top 5 talk because he wouldn't care. Jay don't respond to 95% of the dudes that say something. And right after they say something, their career takes a dive and we don't hear from them too much. And until they make right with Jay, their career be on a swinging fruit. Right? When we name someone, for Jim Jones, Cameron, right? Rest in peace, Prodigy. But for a long time, Prodigy and Mobb Deep career wasn't on point right there. Like, with that. For a long time after the Jay-Z, after the smoke cleared. I'm not talking about when they signed the 50 and all that. They made some noise or whatever. But as it went on, Jay went up, Mob went down. It's a fact. I love Mobb Deep just as much as the next man. Right? A lot of people's careers that tried to bring that man down went down. Except for Nas. Nas is the greatest lyricist of all time. But arguably, Nas beat Jay with lyrics, but everything else Jay won. So it is what it is. Right? So I say all that to say this. If Eminem don't respond to 90% of this stuff, he could be considered GOAT status. Because you wouldn't have nothing to really draw on. You wouldn't be able to be like, he's sensitive. He's too emotional. He get too angry. He let people get under his skin too easy. You can't be the GOAT if you cannot have self-control. Now, why is Nas the GOAT? You don't hear Nas participating in a lot of petty beefs. You just don't. So they don't even bring it to him no more. You don't hear Jay participating in a lot of petty beefs. Jay stuff is worldwide. The stuff Jay talking about, the stuff that they get mad at Jay for, be culturally huge stuff. Like Kaepernick and stuff. It ain't nothing to do with rap no more. Because he's not responding to you in rapping. Only people he respond to in rap is Drake. He don't respond to nobody else because they're not worthy to respond. So Eminem does what Eminem does. This dude's one of the greatest ever. Now I'm going to preface this like this, and this is the realest shit I could ever say to you. Eminem is in the top 5, but he's not in my top 5. But this dude right now, to me, what I mean by that is, in a technical top 5, you can't take him out of it. Technically, top 10, top 5, you can't take him out of that. But in a personal top 5, how you're pulling out your music to listen to it when it's time to go, when you really need it, if you're not pulling that guy out, if you're trying to hear some classics and that person their music don't come out, then they not in your top 5. It's just simple as that. So all this stuff Jamar's talking about, that they don't play Eminem in the hood, right? That's subjective. I personally disagree, because when Eminem first came out, he was played all through the hood. You cannot be taken seriously in the rap if you're not some kind of way in the hood. If you're not in the hood, you're going to be looked at as corny. If the hood don't respect you, no one will. And anyone can say, when Eminem first dropped, his shit was on every fucking radio station. Black, white, yellow, brown, green, whatever. M was everywhere. Everyone was buying that shit. My name is Slim Shady. All that shit. Everyone was buying that shit. It is a fucking fact. Everyone had that shit. Why do you think it sold so many records? It is a fact. So I say all that to say this. This Eminem can't be the GOAT because he's white or because his music ain't being bumped in the hood. What does that fucking even mean? They don't play your music in the fucking hood. You know how many nice fucking MCs don't get played in the fucking hood? Do you understand how silly that sounds? right? So Lil Jamar's like, you can't be the king of this culture if the hood don't play. First of all, ain't nobody the fucking king, right? Ain't nobody the fucking king. But to say you can't be the king of this culture because no one bumps you in the hood, because this is hood music, it sounds logical, right? But I can name 10 dudes that ain't bumping in the hood that you'll say that's he's fire. That ain't had a song in years in the hood. Cannabis, Scarface, Andre 3000. You understand? Ghostface ain't getting major bump. They don't bump. Who's riding around listening to Ghostface except for real hip hop heads? Who? Tell me who. Except for real hip hop heads. So by Lil Jamar's standards, we're talking, I guess, Drake is the king, or Lil Uzi Vert, or Migos. Because by his standards, if you're not getting bumped right now in the hood, you're not eligible to be the king. By his own words, if you're not getting bumped in the hood, you are not eligible to be king. And who says you're getting bumped in the hood? Lil Jamar. Right? And this is my man. I rock with Lil Jamar. I watch every single interview he does on Vlad TV. I agree with 95% of the stuff he says. Facts. But this Eminem thing, and DJ Vlad is pushing this agenda with this Eminem shit, to be honest with you. If you ever pay attention, Vlad goes from interview to interview to interview with black guys, coaxing this shit out of them with this Eminem shit. And I fuck with Vlad too. I watch Vlad every day. But Vlad pulls this shit out. You can tell by his tone, he got something with Eminem. He has something with Eminem. I don't know what it is. Vlad has something with Eminem, and he pulls a lot of black guys in it to qualify the shit. So every time it dies down, Vlad comes back with the flashback shit and all, and digs it back up. So a lot of this shit is Vlad pitting Jamar again. Jamar is dead and gone with this Eminem shit. They keep bringing it up. Now I'm gonna tell you some stuff. I was in the comments the other day, and some Eminem stan went in there and was like, "This guy's only relevancy when he talks about Eminem. Why don't he just shut up already?" Right? He didn't pay attention to the 4 videos in a row that all had the title of Eminem, and all of them was questions that Vlad asked him. He didn't pay attention to that. He just sees Lord Jamar come out the face about Eminem. So I need this Eminem, Jamar. Both of them are great. They timeless. They're going to both be in the Hall of Fame. I need this to stop with this shit. It looks petty. It's silly. It's racially biased. And it's ignorant. And Eminem is nicer than 95% of the black dudes you're going to say is dope. A fucking fact. If you really being honest. The only motherfuckers that say he's trash is dudes that don't like him because he white. And some white guys don't like him just because they don't fucking, they want to be where he's at. Fucking fact. Most of the white guys I know that don't like Eminem want to be in his spot. And would kill their mom to be where he's at. And since they can't be in his spot, they bad talk the nigga. So it is what it is. Music to Be Murdered By is the album. That's my rant. I'm done ranting. Jamar, kill that shit. Don't answer no more Eminem interviews. And Eminem, stop responding. You said everything you gonna say. Now he's naming all these old school dudes like to qualify. Fuck that. I wish it was me. I wish it was me. I would have deaded this shit years ago. Wouldn't it be? But it's something to talk about. And we talking about it. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go into the album review. Eminem done it again. He got another album. I wasn't even gonna go song for song like I normally do. But I am gonna go song for song. I'm going song for song, like I always do. Now, I'm not going to do the producers. I guess it's too much. It's too many songs. This is 20 songs. I know Dre did a lot of beats, and I know Eminem did a lot of beats. Everybody else, you go find who did the beat. All right? So here it is. We're going to talk about this Music to Be Murdered by Eminem, his new album, which I think is a quality album. And I saw Academics and Wayno both were saying they can't rock with it. It's all over the place. They can't jive with it. My problem with DJ Academics reviewing stuff, he only likes one kind of thing. If your music is from 2000, I want to say 14, 15 to 2020, Academics fucks with you. Anything outside of that, if you're not making shit in that lane of style of music, he ain't got nothing good for you, especially older cats. He ain't trying to hear your shit. And then they like, he rapping to be rapping. Who ain't rapping to be rapping? Like, they're like, yo, he just doing a rappity rap thing. This is just raps to be rapping. Everybody's doing that. Everybody's rapping to be rapping. What the fuck are you talking about? Right? So, we'll talk about this rapping to be rapping album. I don't understand a lot of the Eminem hate. Personally, I do get it, because this dude made so much money and sells so many records. And for him to still be relevant right now is insane. It's 2020. When did this dude come out? 98? Something crazy like that? You do the math. Give me 50 dudes from 1998 that you still talking about. I'll give you 1,000 chances that you still talking about, that could still go platinum, that could still make this much controversy, could still sell 300,000 records on opening week. You show me that dude. All right, man. Time for the album review. That's what you're here for. Skip to this point if you're here to see the album review. I'm done ranting. Eminem, Music to Be Murdered By. Track 1, Premonition. Premonition is everything that Eminem needs to say about everything that's going on in his life right now. If you listen to the rhymes on here, he sat down and thought about, maybe got a drink or something. I don't know. He don't drink. If he's sober, he sat there for a while and thought about everything you could possibly say. The dude's in battle mode. To be honest with you, everything you could say to him, he's saying it and he's addressing it in this album, in this song. Every single answer you're looking for is right there in track 1. Everything you need to hear, with all the cadences and the flows that you're going to be judging, and oh my God, it's all there. I like this song. I like how he starts the album off, because I feel like since the comments of, and if you're being honest, you're going to say, you can see it, since Lord Jamar said Eminem ain't bumping in the hood with black people, with this album, with the features, Young M.A., the whole Slaughterhouse, Juice WRLD, you name it. This is an appeal to the black side. A lot of this stuff. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's what it is. It's a fact. He got Young M.A. opening up the album. And you know for a fact that is to cater to black people. Eminem's fan base wouldn't even put on Young M.A. if their underwear was on fire and they had to put it on. They would not play her for nothing. Nothing. So this is not, he didn't put Young M.A. on here for the stands of Eminem. He put it for the people that he supposedly can't reach. She has no business on a track with Eminem. But she got her thing off. She's nice. Which I'm going to go into track 2. Unaccommodating with Young M.A. It's a hard, bouncy beat. He went at MGK, which I thought was genius. I cleansed him of his mortal sins. I'm God and even the Lord forgives. Like, I think this guy is way too advanced for most of the rap game right now. Most of the stuff he says, like a lot of his stuff is way over your head. If you're a lyricist, this stuff is commonplace. It's beautiful. But if you're a dude like Academ is just listening for the beat and you're just trying to hear a hook and you're not trying to be engaged with super double and triple entendres and similes and metaphors, this is trash to you. Because you ain't trying to hear nothing that's going to make you think about the fucking punchline that you might have to rewind just to get it. And this is not what people want to hear these days. But the lyricists like me who still want to hear lyrics, this stuff is genius. And I'm just going to move on. Track 3, You Gonna Learn, featuring Royce da 5'9" and White Gold. It's a chaotic, hard, scattered beat. It's Royce at his best. It's like that Eminem boom tap, that type of boom bap that he makes. I wouldn't be surprised if Eminem made this beat. I did not look up the producers, but this sounds like Eminem beat to me. That kind of stoic boom tap. You know how he makes them beats. Sounds like that. This is a good song. There's 3 songs in. I haven't heard no trash yet. Track 4, Alfred Interlude. He got Alfred Hitchcock, a guy doing Alfred Hitchcock through the entire album, which is for the name of the album because it's supposed to be a murder type of movie thing, and that's what Alfred Hitchcock did. So he got him going through there. If you don't know who Alfred Hitchcock is, Google it. Track 5, Those Kind of Nights, featuring Ed Sheeran. He got your boy Bizarre, which I thought Bizarre and him, but Bizarre was beefing. But apparently not, because Bizarre's on the intro. Unless he's sampling him. It's a fast tempo, female joint. Ed Sheeran on the hook. It's like a pop 40 track. And I killed him for some of the pop 40 tracks on Revival, but I'm not mad at this one. So I'm going to keep it moving. Number 6, In Too Deep. This is an ode to cheating. It's a mid-tempo, updated, girl on the side, you know, your little bun on the other side of town type of thing. We got that 90s R&B vibe. Like I said, a lot of like backwards cheating, just something to just be, you know, Eminem, when he wants to get in it, when he's not rapping about rapping, he rapping about some chick being some kind of way to some chick, treating her like trash, but he loves her. All right. Track 7, Godzilla, featuring Juice WRLD. Rest in peace to Juice WRLD, man. These kids are dying for the most ridiculous things, bro, to be honest with you. But it's a West Coast bounce-heavy bass with chords and kick drums. Juice WRLD fits well. This is mostly a tribute to old school rap. If you peel back the layers, this is a hard new school beat, but it's a tribute to old school rappers. If you paying attention to what he's doing, he's trying to solidify what he is to this game and what made him into what he is. And that's what he's doing on this one. Godzilla's a good track. Next track, Darkness. Slow piano-driven beat with a flat kick, a muted rim shot type snare. It's a dark tale about a mass shooter. You're in the mind of a depressed, I want to say white male. I mean, you know, it could be any kind of male. But mostly I'm going to assume that this is a tale of a white male that's about to shoot up something. And this is through his eyes. I would have thought he would have caught more flack for this, but people got it. They did not run to this like, oh, he caught flack for other stuff, but he didn't really catch the flack for this that I thought he would. Now, they did get at him for the Las Vegas shooter, that he referenced it, but they didn't get at him for the entire song. So, which I thought was a credit to how we've grown as a people, that we can see that someone is doing a play on something too. That he's not saying, let's go out and shoot people. It's metaphorically, if I'm not mistaken. All right, next track. Number 9, Leaving Heaven, featuring Skylar Grey. She's on here again. I don't know if I liked her joint on Revival. I didn't like really much on there. So I killed them for that. But this one is not like that. This one is like that, but I'm not mad at it, because he gave us a lot of other stuff before he jumped in to this. It's angry Eminem all over again. It's folksy, a guitar chord driven, simplistic structure. He speaks on past wrongs and how he remembers painful moments. Throws a random shot at Malcolm Moore, which I don't know why Malcolm Moore keeps getting. I think he got Malcolm Moore in the last one. So he got Malcolm Moore again. Stop. Leave Malcolm Moore alone, man. I ain't mad at Malcolm Moore. Malcolm Moore he do a lot more for the culture than a lot of people do that's supposed to be cultures. All right, next song, Ya Ya, Royce Black Thought, Q-Tip, and Denon. They put Busta Rhymes sample on it. Ya Ya Ya, they put that on there. It sounds like a canned electronic guitar and buzzsaw driven, like a grungy track, muddy mixed down. The rhymes are nice. I don't like the hook, and I don't like this song too much. He's paying homage to a lot more. It's a more homage to old school MCs and shout outs to things of that nature, but it's just not for me. I'm not really feeling this track. I don't know who produced it, but I'm sure they got better beats, but I don't really like this one. Next one, track 11, Stepdad. The intro in track 12, Stepdad itself. The intro has a little interaction between a kid and stepdad. Stepdad beats him and whatever, and then he goes into the song. It's a very 90s electric guitar and synths type of sound. Angry Eminem, once again, he goes back to this. I don't know if he had a stepdad, but this is a story about some random kid with a stepdad, and he's cruel, he's sadistic, and he does stuff like turn on the lights and say, you left the lights on to beat you. And it's like he's from 2nd grade all the way up to whatever age, and I believe he kills the guy at the end of the story somewhere, somehow. It's not bad. It's Eminem, it's classic Eminem, taking something and making it even more brutal than it probably was in real life. All right? Next song, Marsh. More hard Eminem bars. You know, Eminem, his random and constant showcase of flows and cadences that he does that he can only do. Not he can only do, but he's the best at that. Just all over the place with different flows. Switching them up every 8 bars. Every 16 bars, he switches the flow up like nonstop. And that's what he does. It's a sparse keyboard driven with an 808 melody. Veiled threats and threats of imagined violence. The hook is cool. I like Marsh. I'm not mad at this. This album is alright. Despite, you know, rumors to the contrary. Next track, Never Love Again. Another semi-ode to love as only Eminem can do. This is an anthem type track in my opinion. A stadium track with twisted thoughts of an unhealthy dedication to a toxic female, which is all Eminem seems to know and write about is toxic females and toxic relationships. And that's all we ever get from Eminem. I don't think we've ever got a real, true love song from Eminem. But I ain't heard everything he's ever made. But a love song, just a song that he cares about somebody. Without it being some twisted, I don't think we ever got that. The beat is mellow and understated. I like it. It's not a bad song. Nothing on here, except for, you know, the one I named, is like weird to me. Next song, Little Engine. Alfred again, more random braggadocious M. More name dropping, more metaphors, and a stuttered cadence that we've associated with M. The beat is a muted kick and a stick snare with worm synth similar to the old Dre tracks. I know that was a mouthful, but that's how I feel about Little Engine. It's not bad. Next track, Lock It Up, featuring Anderson .Paak. This must be a Dre beat, one of the cooler tracks geared to the so-called, in my opinion, the so-called black audience. In my opinion, this is like, give me your best song. I don't care who it was supposed to be for, give it to me, even if it was supposed to be for a black person. I feel like this is outreach. He got Anderson .Paak on here. Anderson .Paak does not change for Eminem. Eminem changes to fit the track to be where Anderson .Paak takes the track. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? Bass heavy, big heavy keys, hard drum track. You know how it goes. Next track, Farewell. We got angry woman hater Eminem over surprising remake of No Games. A big radio hit. It's funny, over the top. I love to hate you. The same antics we get from Eminem. I don't know why he's rapping over this. I think this was something you do in the studio and you did it for fun. I don't know why he put this out. It's not garbage. It's just not Eminem. But I ain't mad at it. It's whatever. But I know his real fans is not going to like that song. They're going to hate that song. Next track, No Regrets featuring Don Toliver. 808 driven, very Atlanta, very new, again, black in my opinion, for lack of a better words, R&B, rap sound, slow tempo, spooky keys with repetitive synths throughout. Urban hook, late night drive, like, he talks about Tyler in here, which I think he should stop doing it. He says he should have responded to Tyler, and I agree. And he needs to ignore some of the stuff, and I agree with that as well. I think the Tyler stuff just is too much. Like, some of the stuff, I think Tyler is baiting him, and he keeps falling for the bait. Next track, I Will, featuring Slaughterhouse. It's a buzz-driven track with a understated bass drum and a muted snare. A circus organ, in my opinion, followed along with electronic guitar strikes. The rhymes are dope. He calls out Lord Jamar yet again. This is probably his most going at Lord Jamar. He says he's the weakest link in Brand Nubians. I don't think that he was the weakest link in Brand Nubians, but it is what it is. People say what they want to say. Last track is Alfred Intro. It's just Alfred Intro. Album is good. I'm going to give it an A because that's what I feel like it is. I don't give it an A just because I feel like it's mad replay value. I give it an A because it's quality. All right? I think the album is quality. I think it's a very strong album. I think that he put a lot of effort into it, even though he did 20 tracks. I think he put a lot of effort into it. And I think that even though he has, like, his fan base is eclectic, I think he's tapping into all different sounds to see what works. But I don't think he's really far off when he does that. I don't think he's over here in left field and over there in right field is all whack, and he's just throwing a bunch. Like academics and this guy was saying, it's too much stuff thrown in, right? It's a lot of stuff to digest, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's a lot of whack stuff to digest. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was 50-50, then it would be, all right, this is trash. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people spot check to skip through real quick, and this is trash. They say like it's trash. I don't think it's trash. Check it out if you get a chance, man. I'm gonna be back soon with another review, man. I'll catch y'all on the flip side, man. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit that bell, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Share the shit sometime. All right, peace.